Hello everyone, Zach with Talk of Sinners here. We're going to be in the book of Luke, chapter 7 today, and I was just reading through this before I go into work, and a few things really popped out at me that I was just really excited to share for my next message. So, in Luke 7, Jesus heals, of all people, a Roman officer, someone who was a Gentile, someone who, in other words, was grown up not to know, not to study the law, or not to know everything, such as the Jews or the infamous Pharisees or the Sadducees or anybody like that. He was just a Roman officer who had, the scriptures say, had men underneath of him. In talking about the soldier, it says that the soldier did not even feel fit, didn't even feel worthy enough to send himself, to go before Jesus himself, so he sent his messengers. And what Jesus says, Jesus not only heals this man, but he is amazed. When you read verse 9, it says, when Jesus heard this, he was amazed at him, and turning to the crowd following him, I tell you, I have not found such great faith even in Israel. Talking about the Jews. Even amongst the Jewish people in Israel, he's not even found as much faith as this Roman soldier has. See, the soldier completely felt unworthy and not under any authority, not even good enough to speak to Jesus. He had such a sense of humility that he was completely dependent on God and knew that Jesus, his son, would fix him through his faith. Now, I don't know about you, but to have faith so strong that it amazes Jesus has got to be strong. That makes me want to say and want to pray for faith and pray for a heart that will just amaze Jesus, because we're talking about amazing our Savior. We're talking about amazing the one whom has seen everything, who knows all, who's seen all. And yet, this one man amazed Jesus. And there's not anything Jesus hasn't seen, and there's not anything Jesus doesn't know that we've already done. But how awesome would it be if Jesus was amazed with us? What would we have to do? Would we have to sell all of our possessions to follow him closely? Would we have to pray 3 times a day like King David did? Would we have to get to the point where we're thrown into the lion's den or locked up like Paul and Silas, but yet pray and worship? What would we have to do to have God amazed with us? There's a multitude of things, and each one through prayer, I strongly believe, will be personally sent to you by the God of all. He will guide you, but I can tell you that this Roman soldier had a job completely different than following Jesus, but he decided to reach out to Jesus, and he broke the mold that his forefathers had set before him. So it doesn't matter what your past is, it doesn't matter what your present is. Today, you can make the decision to amaze Jesus. Now, there's nothing on earth that will amaze him by your works of trying to be better than the next person. But if you're trying to be better for Jesus and not the next person, maybe he will be amazed at that. I don't know. I'm not Jesus. But just to know that something like this, a test of faith, can amaze him is just awesome. So it makes me and it makes others. It makes me really want to push and strive to amaze him. So with that in mind, I'll pick up tomorrow with my next message, and I appreciate everyone that's been following me. Tell your friends, tell your wife and kids, or whatever. I don't care, but tell somebody. All right, bye.